anal play on my own. The dildo strikes again 3 days later by snapping my fucking ankle. And then I get a video on Facebook of him hiding the dildo in my closet.
He sent that to me right after he did it.
What's up, world? You guys are tuned in to episode 10. This is This and That with Mitch and Matt, video style. As always, I'm Mitch.
And I'm Matt.
And up here in the other corner is our boy Blake. He handles all of our production needs and social media needs as of now. We've decided he's our Jamie. So we're just going to call him for random shit when we need stuff pulled up and we know what's going on. So,
yeah.
But it's, what is, I don't know what the day is. June. It is June, right?
The
I got
7th,
you.
right?
Jamie,
June 7th.
Damn it, Jamie. Pull it up. What time is it?
It's the 7th, man.
The 7th. Okay. So June 7th, we just put out episode 9 3 or 4 days ago. Very, I think, hardcore episode as far as what's going on in the world with all the chaos and the riots and the killings and all that. So it was a very serious episode, a very vulgar, curse word laced episode. I can't promise this is going to be any better, but hopefully more laid back episode, more relaxed episode. You've talked a lot of shit, Blake, about some stories with Matt that I think I want to hear.
Oh, yeah?
Evidently, for those that don't know, Matt was a little bit of a dickhead back in his younger days. Maybe to Blake.
A little bit.
So all that shit's about to come out.
Well, Matt's been terribly shitty at different times of our lives.
I love that, man.
When I was 13, there was this girl that I didn't know, but I had seen her and I was like, "Hey, man, I'd like to talk to her. That'd be sweet." I was like, "Was this back we were like in middle school and shit?" Some people had cell phones. Not hardly anybody, and maybe 15 people in the school had internet. So there wasn't.
He was one. Was he one of them?
No.
I don't think so.
Not until like later on. I eventually got there with a Windows 95 fucking computer with dial-up 56K, but you know.
So if you didn't go to school with somebody, you couldn't really talk to them unless you just like randomly saw them out. So it's like, "Hey, Matt, can you give me her number?" And he was like, "Yeah, man." So a few days go by, and he brings me back her phone number, and I call her, and we kind of date for like 2 months. And she's iffy, I guess. We made out a few times. I took her to date to the skating rink over here in Ashland, and she, I guess I won't name names, but she
you know who you are. You know.
She pulls out a condom, and she's like, and then she's like, I was like, what the fuck? Where do you want to go? I don't know if you've ever been to the skating rink in Ashland, but those fucking bathrooms, man. And
so middle school age, like,
yeah,
what are we talking, like 11, 12, 13?
13. I think she was in 8th grade.
He was like, "Hey, did she have the condom or did she
did, yeah.
So she pulled out said condom, was like, bang me in this small ass bathroom, these wooden stalls.
Yeah, with no doors.
Right.
Like there were no doors on the bathroom or the stalls. Like just no doors. So I'm like, no. What the fuck? Anyway, like a couple weeks or so later, we break up, and out of nowhere.
Right?
What is it?
Because you didn't bang her in the bathroom? Or
maybe. That's kind of what I thought. I was like, I'm not a hussy, man.
You're a proud fucking dude. I get that. You can't just be throwing it out in random bathroom stalls.
Especially when you're only 14, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
but just we break up, and then some time goes by. Like I didn't hear from her for a while. And I just hear from like some random person that she's talking shit about Matt paying her to date me, to talk to me. And Matt came up to my house one day, and I like fucking ran at him. I pushed him, and I'm like, "The fuck you doing?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like very angry, and I tell him everything. He's like, "Dude, bitch is crazy." It's like the dumbest like 14-year-old shit ever.
I'm going to say 20 years later, right? Roughly.
Yeah.
Did you pay this bitch to fucking go out with you?
Bitch is crazy.
I don't know. I still question it. I still question him to this day. I don't know.
I'm guessing they was probably just wanting to look good in front of friends or something. You know, like how all those insecurities are when you're that age. That's what I'm guessing happened. Because I mean, what I was in like 7th, 8th grade. Like, I didn't have
you were in
money to
8th.
give anybody. I mean,
yeah. You were in 8th. I was in 9th.
I remember girls being like that in school. I was much shorter, much fatter in like middle school and high school. And I remember this real pretty girl. It was kind of like a rough edge girl. She was like, she smoked and she cussed and she's just a little rough, but she was cute.
Yeah.
I had a necklace with like a football on it. I played football. And she wanted to wear it around school. And so she wore it around all day. And at the end of the day, like I was like, hey, come get my necklace. And she was like, oh, and it was just me and her. And so not really thinking about it, I reached up to take it off of her. Wretch, yeah, you know. I reached up to take it off of her, and some people seen. And dude, fucking like that, man. She was like, don't you be grabbing my neck. I don't want to wear your shitty ass necklace. And I took it off and like threw it across the hall. And I was like, what the? You've had it on all day. What the fuck has happened? But I get it now as I'm older. Like I was just short, fat, and real ugly like I am now. And just, I kind of creeped on her style a little bit. And her friends were going to make fun of her. So
right.
She was real quick to like push me under the bus. So
she wanted to hide her love.
Yeah, there was no love. I think she, I don't know, man. But I seen her about 2 weeks ago in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure she was doing that weird like skids dance from fucking Letterkenny on meth in the middle of the dollar store parking lot. She was just like, and I was like, oh hey, what's up?
She hardcore dancing?
Yeah, she was just like. Yeah. I was like, all right, cool. I mean, I was like, hi, joke's on you. I love seeing girls like that now, though.
Yeah.
Girls that turned me down. Now they're pregnant with 6 kids.
Right.
I know your ass. You got 6 kids. Now you're fat.
I actually, after I had been married and had kids and everything, I ended up dating one of those girls for about 1.5 years. The marriage ended. Not a meth girl, but you know, one of those girls that was rougher in high school.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I met her and she was seeming, everything seemed okay. And we started dating and I had after a few months I kind of had my suspicions, right? I was like, she's definitely fucking other people. Like that's what's going on here, and I confronted her about it, and she did the whole, deny until she died. I still don't think she's ever fucking told the truth about that. But
is that the one that had a boyfriend that was on a federally mandated 3 to 5 year vacation?
Yeah, for CP.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, she dated him. She was totally fucking other people. Sure.
Right.
But a good liar's like that. A good liar, she'll lie to that shit till she dies.
Yep.
I never cheated on Blake. Never.
Right. And, dude, I don't know. She came to me, and a couple friends had told me she had done this like in high school too. But she came to me after I had my suspicions. Understandably, she got pissed off, but she came to me and she was like, I think I'm pregnant. And I go, is it mine?
Maybe.
And she got so fucking mad.
You're in the top 5.
Right. I know it's like something that you're supposed to say, but dude, like, come on.
Let's be honest.
I'm not fucking stupid.
Right.
She's like, oh, just all I'm pretty sure. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure she ended up playing off that like I was testing you kind of thing, and I was.
No, yeah. Right. Yeah. There's many girls.
The old classic pregnancy trap.
Right.
Many guys are just as fucking crazy.
Yeah.
When it comes to women. Like if we could get pregnant, I know 15 guys be like, baby, I'm pregnant with your child. Like you can't leave me. Like I know all kinds of dudes that would do that shit.
They try to get girls pregnant and then fucking lock them down, right?
Right.
Like that happens.
I mean, but you got to be smart about it. I mean, you got to go up. Like you got to knock somebody up above your level.
Yep.
You can't settle and be like, oh, I knocked up this girl.
Right.
You got to be the reach
Right. If you're gonna knock somebody up, it better be somebody that makes more money than you. It has like a higher, level of life than you. You can't be knocking up somebody like out in the middle of the dollar store parking lot, fucking meth dancing all day. Like,
Right? Yeah,
you can knock it up for free. You ain't got to.
You don't want to knock
down.
up the hardcore dancing girl.
Right.
It's bad fucking news, man.
Yeah, you can knock it up for free. If you're gonna lock something down and like knock it up on purpose, it better be something pay grade. Better be up.
Right. But no,
it's still not worth it. Still not worth it.
On Matt though, a few years later, I used to sleep like really late because I would work night shifts and I'd sleep most of the day. So Matt, I hadn't talked to him for maybe a few weeks, and I could probably go back on my Facebook and find this post, but it'd been a few weeks, and I wake up, my phone's ringing, and it's my aunt, and she was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I was sleeping. I gotta go to work tonight." She was like, "Your friend said you died." And then I hang up the phone, and it rings again, and it's like my cousin, and she's like, "Are you okay?" So this goes by like 3 or 4 times before I'm like, "Fuck, I'm gonna log on to Facebook, man." And I see this post that Matt had made just because I hadn't talked to him in a few weeks. He was like, I guess my friend Blake has fucking died. Like, it was just this whole thing about how he hadn't talked to me in a while, so I must be dead. And like everybody believed it. They all thought I was dead. And our friend Casey was pissed. You know Casey.
Yeah, I remember that. Like
Mitch knows Casey. Casey O.
Oh yeah, I know Casey.
She was
I got that.
fucking mad, dude. She was going off on Matt once she realized I was alive. He made probably like half of my family and all of my friends on Facebook think I was dead for like a good 6 hours. And I called him.
That's
I'm like,
a pretty dickhead thing to do. I mean, like, you just call somebody and be like, "Hey, I haven't talked to you, but let's just let everybody think you died." And then we'll just, that's much funnier.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that phone call from Blake I got right after. He was like, I pick up, like, "Hey," and he's like, "Dude, do you know how many fucking phone calls I'm getting right now?"
I'm super confused why you two are friends right now. Like, you paid possibly a meth skidder to fucking bathe in a bathroom with a roller skank, and then you convinced his family and friends he was dead. Like, I don't know you get out of this friendship, really. I mean, unless there's some hell or payback that's coming in like 6 more years.
Nah.
Like, you've been saving it up.
Yeah, we like to party.
I just, I like his ass, man.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's whatever.
Thank you.
He takes that to his head, though. He'll be bragging about that all night tonight.
I know.
That's all I hear the rest of the evening. Like, so you got a nice ass.
Yep.
By the way, I think I gave you that shirt.
Only human, baby. No.
Yes. So I know that episode 9, it's done decent. Like, I've seen it. We've got some people looking and listening. I've got some messages about it. I don't know what you thought. You couldn't get on that night, so I don't know what you thought about episode 9, how that went. Or did you get a chance to listen to it?
Not all the way through. I skimmed through when I was editing it to make sure that everything was there. And after I rendered it to upload it, I was making sure that everything was there. So I kind of went through it. No, it seemed fine. I didn't listen to all the talk about current events, but
right.
I've been listening.
I mean, it is what it is, man. I think everybody knows what's going on. Like, it's nothing to beat on again.
Yeah.
I think for us, it was I know we've tried to get this episode going for a while, so I know it was a pretty big deal that we got it out there. And after speaking with several people in the public and several friends and family all around, like, it was an important episode for me to talk about.
Yeah.
But it was like one of those episodes I was glad was done.
Yeah.
Like, this shit's much, it's not like we get paid to do this shit, so this shit to me is much funner.
Right.
So as much as those important topics have to be talked about, Like, let's talk about him, but then let's get on to some shit about how Matt's an asshole of a friend, and
Yep. No, it's that shit's
all-
never over for me, man. I have a 14-year-old daughter, and I don't know if you know anything about 14-year-olds, but they're like basically extreme leftists. Like,
right, yeah.
they're all like,
I would have
"Fucking
never known."
riot, kill them all, gun control. It's like, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Right.
And God, man, you try to explain shit to her. She's like, that's just like my opinion. Like, you're an idiot.
I've noticed that, like, and I'm sure, dude. I remember coming out of high school, and it was right after 9/11, and I had this. I like to call it a hippie bone, and I'm not trying to offend anybody, but that's just what I fucking call it. I come out of high school, and I was like, I ain't signing up for the service. Fuck that. War on oil. I'm not doing all that shit. And then they sent me letters like, if you don't sign up, we're gonna take you to jail. And I was like, fucking here, because I didn't have any backbone. Of course, I just wanted to talk some shit. And I noticed that's a lot about what's going on now. Like, a lot of people like to talk shit. They like their opinion, and they like freedom of speech until somebody disagrees with it, or until you have a different opinion than he does, and then it's like, oh, you can't say that shit fucking everywhere.
And oddly enough, that's when it's most important. Like,
right, it is. But like 14-year-old, 15-year-old kids, they don't understand that.
Yeah.
So they're very hardcore to be like, this is the way it should be. Like, this is stupid. Everybody else is wrong. I'm right. And then in like 10 years, they're going to look back and be like, what the hell was I thinking?
So I had to look at my phone there. Caitlin was messaging me and saying that you guys were talking about seeing some like meteor shit. Apparently, people are posting all over Facebook about it. They can see and hear them.
Really?
Like, apparently, it's a fucking thing that's happening.
I thought we were
right
just
now.
like,
we're outside not even an hour ago, and there's this super flash of light. And my girlfriend's phone does this flash because she says it's for deaf people, which she's not deaf, so I don't know why she has it on her phone, but that's another story. So I thought it was her phone that went off.
Yeah.
Well, his wife says she sees it go overhead. It looks like a big meteor.
Right.
But like 5 minutes later, it's just me and Matt outside, and we hear this huge crash. Sound like it just tore woods down everywhere.
Right.
Then we may or may not have seen aliens. I don't know. That part's to be probably figured out.
Yeah.
But there was some glowing shit in the woods that wasn't there prior.
Yeah. And this is my first beer of the night, and I was the first one to see it. So, it's not induced in any way like that. I just looked up there like, man, that's weird looking. Like a bunch of aliens staring at me.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably just a light reflecting off the trees, but after all that happened, who knows?
Mary had actually posted about it, and people are replying saying they've seen the same thing.
So this is what some of my Facebook just said. Did the sky just flash, or what did I just see? Thought it was a firework, but ain't no way off these hills. There's a name, was looking down and seen the flash, and I seen the streak, and then it exploded like fireworks with no sound.
But you heard something land in the woods.
Right.
Like
yeah,
after we saw the light. Like
after we seen the thing.
Let's fucking go. Let's go.
I mean,
we're ready.
Let's get.
Yeah, we're ready to go. Like take them on.
You go through the woods, man. Get the fucking strap on the ARs and go kill the only alien we've ever seen.
Go get the fucking strap on and go get them aliens.
We could do that too, man.
How freaked out are these aliens when 3 like chubby dudes show up with strap-ons like, boogie boo.
You go back here.
Roll out of here. Like we don't need to be here. Like the bearded one, like look at him with his Jaws shirt on, and I don't know what he's got. Like he's got the strap on backwards. What's happening?
Matt's is broken for some reason. Because for some fucking reason, Matt carries around broken dildos.
Because the son of a bitch hid one in my apartment not 2 months ago. And here I am, like, going through my clothes, and I pull out a pair of ball shorts, and this broken dildo falls out on the floor. And I was like,
You put it in your shorts?
First of all, let me explain. That's not mine. To which she goes, And it's even worse. It's not just a regular like dildo. It's got that fucking that little
It's
fucking.
got the ass
Got the little thumb on top to get the other parts, you know. And so it looks
It's
like
got the butt plug.
it looks like somebody rammed on this thing until they snapped it off. Like they had a whole weekend to themselves and was just like, bam. Well, so I was like, where'd the fucking dildo come from? Why is there a dildo in the closet? So I finally start to think maybe it's this guy that did that.
Right.
So I put it back. I got shit to do. I can't deal with the dildo right now, which was my mistake. I should never. I don't know why I put it back. I didn't know. I didn't put it in the trash. I didn't confront him. I just put it back where I found it. Matter of fact,
I'm gonna keep this. I might need this later. It's broken,
right.
but
You never know when you need a broken.
Hey, free dildo.
Right. If the alien showed up, I just smack him with a broken dildo.
Right.
So about 3 nights later, the closet like falls, and I was like, "Oh, I thought I was getting robbed." I jump up. What the hell happened? And I see what happened. And then I take a step. I step on a pair of shorts that are hiding the broken dildo, and my fucking ankle turns, and I fall on the floor. So not only did I get surprised with a dildo in front of my girlfriend, who now thinks like I'm evidently like anal play on my own, that the dildo strikes again 3 days later by about snapping my fucking ankle. And then I get a video on Facebook of him hiding the dildo in my closet.
He sent that to me right after he did it. And I replied, I was like, dude, why do you have a broken dildo?
Right.
He was like, don't ask questions. It's like, you guys are having a little bit too much, you guys are having a little too much fucking fun over there. You're breaking dildos.
He found a reason to use it.
Right.
So the story even gets better because about 4 days after that, after I about snapped my ankle, I paid someone to clean my house. Well, they come up and to clean my house. I had shit on the floor because my closet fell and broke.
Right.
Well, also on the floor, as sad as it says to say 4 days later, was still the broken dildo.
Yeah.
So what's funnier about the story is the person that cleaned my house that day and found that dildo was my mother. So I just get a message that goes, "Son, ... And I went, "Yeah, Mom, what's up?" She went, "Anything you want to talk about?" And I was like, "Shit, I don't know. I mean, are you done cleaning the house? Do I owe you some money?" And she was like, "I found something." I was like, "Oh!"
She thought you were gay, didn't she?
I had to send her the video of Matt hiding this.
Yeah.
I just kicked it under your bed. I didn't know what to do with it. So my mom finds the dildo, kicks it under the bed. Then about 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, I'm moving out of the apartment into a home. Guess what surprises again? I pull the mattresses off the bed to pack the bed to the truck. There lays a lime green dildo in the middle of my floor with my father, my stepmother, my girlfriend, 4 of my buddies, probably some kids and a dog, and they're all like, "The fuck? That's a broken dildo." And I was like, let me explain. It's not mine. And they're all like, "Well, look at the time. We're gonna go." And they all left. And I was just like, so it's me and my girlfriend. She's like, You're a Rick. And I was like, "It's not my dildo." So this dildo haunted me for about a month and a half. And it's just, look, yeah, choke on it. Yeah. So for a month and a half, so many people seen this dildo in random places in my house that even telling
You're
the story
definitely gay now, right?
Like, right, yeah, I'm basically gay because nobody's going to believe that like it just randomly found in different places, like it moved on its own.
Right.
I didn't throw it away.
Yeah.
And I don't have a reason. I don't know why I didn't throw it away. I just didn't. Like, it was just there. I just kicked it out of the way.
It was a gift.
Right.
Sentimental.
There's a couple things I have to say about that. Number one, saying I can explain when you're talking about a random dildo in your house. It's fucking hilarious. Number
that was not the best wordage, I'm sure.
Number 2 is Matt How the fuck do you break a dildo, dude? You ever? I mean, you had ones. You've obviously seen them. They're like fucking silicone. You can't
This one
break
is
it, man.
poor workmanship. Poor
Apparently.
workmanship.
You're just having
Yeah.
too much fun. That's all it is. You're going too fucking wild
Actually,
over there on the hill.
I think maybe
I wish that was it.
manufacturer
I wish
error.
it was something cool like that, but I stepped on it. That's why it's broke. I wish I could say it was for a cooler reason, but I stepped on it.
Well, I'm glad because all
Found
my
it.
family thinks it got broke because it shoved in my asshole too many times. So that's what they all think. Thanks for that. My
Right.
dad's like, "Oh shit, son, I'm gonna go. Maybe start telling people you died or something. I don't fucking know."
To be fair, though, you probably should have gotten rid of the dildo.
Yeah, 100%. Well, let's be fair. I should have never had the situation arise where I had to get rid of a broken dildo.
That's fair.
But yes, I should have thrown the dildo away. But I don't know why the first day I found it, instead of throwing it away instantly, I just hit it again. Like I hit it from my fucking self. And then there it was. You know, it just
Right.
popped up out of nowhere. So you're a shithead. You know that?
It's
Like,
just listen.
I was like, moral of the story, I'm a dick, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, listen, look at all the shit you've done to us. You damaged us.
you might have hurt my relationship with my family and friends now. I don't know yet.
They all think he's gay. Even his girlfriend.
Everybody thinks you're dead.
No
He's
shit,
just
though.
he just rides off in the fucking sunset like Wyatt Earp, fucking saving the day, fighting aliens.
I'm a dickhead too, though. When I remember when we were like 15 or 16, something that we all used to do to make fun of like the baseball teams. Like we skated, so like a big thing that we would do is make fun of organized sports. So like every time we do something, you would land a trick. We would say hi to each other. We'd say bye to each other by slapping each other on the ass. Like, good game.
Still do.
Yeah. So my parents, or my mom, or my grandma used to give me shit because she would always say me and Mason were gay together. My granny, she thought me and Mason were lovers. And and my mom always knew it wasn't true. But I actually did go to my mom one day and I told her that I was gay. Like I seriously sat her down and I was like, "I'm gay, Mom." And I played this out for like a week or 2 weeks. And dude, she cried the whole fucking time. And I thought it was the funniest shit I had ever done. And I let my family think I was gay for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, just for the hell of it.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
I mean, you know. And then I
Like,
see like,
oh, it's raining. I can't go skate. What can I do? I'll convince my family that
my
I'm gay for a couple
family think
weeks.
Yeah. No, dude, I was a shithead when I was a kid. Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure my mom thought I was gay, but I think it's just because of my lack of female attention when I was younger, maybe. But again, let's be honest. I was this size, but like a foot and a half shorter without the facial hair.
right.
So I
Yeah.
just looked like an overgrown, like butterball turkey with legs. Like I just walked around like, you know. So there was no females coming to my house unless they were meth dancing or, you know, trying to bang me in a bathroom. So I didn't have girls like that. How did that happen? I didn't need girls like that to come around to me. I needed Matt to hook me up, maybe. I'd have totally
I got
banged
you,
a
buddy.
girl in the bathroom at the skating rink. I mean, at
Nah,
14
dude, I
years
was-
old, I was like,
I was.
Like, I'll do it on that turd.
The truth about that is, I don't know. Maybe I would. Maybe I'd. At some point after that, I'd say I would have given that a go. But at that time, like
yeah,
I was like 14. I was virgin.
14's
I was fucking
that's a young
terrified of
age to be
sex,
like-
man.
I mean, I'm not up for really having sex in public places now at 35.
Right.
At 14, I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
I lost my virginity on a waterbed. At
Man.
15, let me tell you what's tricky
Hardcore.
about that is what happens is you thrust and it thrusts back at you, and it fucking totally fucks. You don't know what's going on.
It's like,
right. Yeah, like I don't even know if I was ever actually inside of anything.
Mitch is
I might
Mitch is
have
doing
done
the.
that dog thing where you're humping the air, but it looked like I was having sex.
So
Because the
anyway,
waterbed would give me waves, and I was like, "Whoa!" And I don't know, but
Oh man.
that's
So you
what
were
I
doing-
claim. And,
you basically were doing the worm, right? you just
yeah,
hopped on and did the fucking worm.
Yeah.
and we were both good-sized people, so I don't know if physics would even allow there to be anything like penis bellies. I don't know if that would have worked.
You were fucking
You
something
can't really
though.
get that in there. Yeah, I don't know if that would have worked anyway. I might not have lost my virginity when I tell people I did.
You got a hold of
I
something.
don't know. I mean, yeah, I was thrown out of the waterbed. I don't know. Just pure excitement. What's funny about that story is the girl that was with was a friend had met her online. Talking about being assholes when we were younger.
Yeah.
Back when just like MSN Messenger was out and like ICQ and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And he talked to this girl. She was from Kansas, and he was from here in Kentucky. And I was at his house, and he was like, oh, he called her on the phone all the time. And then one day he said, hey, man, these are his exact words. I got a shit. Talk to her for a minute. So I talked to her, and something happened. And 2 days later, I went to her mother's house and wallowed around on a waterbed with her. I don't know, what happened, but he was pissed. I remember when he found out, he made his dad take me home. Most awkward car ride in the fucking world.
Yeah.
And when we got to my house, his dad said, until you quit fucking my son's girlfriends, you're not welcome at the house anymore.
Dude, you're fucking my internet girlfriend.
I didn't know. That was the first one I'd ever done it to. But I just didn't know. I mean,
Did he
I
actually
did
know her
better.
though, or was it just online?
What now?
Did he actually like know her, or was it just online?
So he'd only met her online, and she happened to have family in the next county over.
Right.
And she came over here for the summer, and I seen her before anybody did. And then she went and told him what happened.
You're not a dick if you fuck somebody's
Kinda
internet
snuck in there.
girlfriend.
I did.
No,
I just kind of.
I don't even think that counts.
I think it was for the best. She was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes to tell you. I mean, but yeah, she was crazy as hell. So you're welcome for that. You know
Yeah.
who you are.
I know
Like,
that
you're
technically
welcome.
you
I
did
made
a
that
favor.
shot for you.
That was
Right,
a favor.
I did him a favor. So
I got
You were being a good friend.
story that I don't know if anybody knows this. After me and the one older girl from high school split up, I was kind of sitting around the house one day, and I'm like, man, kinda. I was like, I'm gonna give this one girl a call. She's liked me since we were in like 8th grade. She's always liked me. I know I have something there. So I got in touch with her, and we started hanging out, and then I went to her house one night, and we started kind of going at it, and I just like stopped, man. I just like stopped and got up, and what had happened was I realized I don't fucking care about this girl, man. I don't want anything to do with her. I'm just gonna stop, and I pretended that I got off early so I could stop and get the fuck out of there. This girl probably still thinks I'm a premature ejaculator because I just wanted to get the fuck away from her.
I thought you were gonna have like a story, kind of like a Barney Stinson. You just stop in the middle of it, just walk over, get your clothes, and then just leave. Don't say a word.
I kind of did, but I pretended that I got off early. I was like,
that move though takes a lot of talent because I think for a guy it's super hard to pretend you got off early.
Well, I didn't like pretend to get off in her.
Well, right, but I mean, still, you've got like a face and a sound.
Right.
Like I've tried that before, and I shoot way over the top every time. Like I don't even do it casually. I'm just like, My leg would go like, and I know in my head like too much, back it up.
You're like, kicking the ground.
Right. Yeah, I do that like Labrador Retriever thing, or my leg twitches, and in my head I go, you're blowing it out of proportion. Like slow down.
Right.
And then you get real creepy. I'm like, yeah. And then you start sounding like Samuel L. Jackson, like trying to like do a roll, and you're like, that felt good. So I can't do that. So for people who can do that, that's awesome. Oh, look, I told you. I told you.
It's funny though, because like
Look.
it was like 2 or 3 days later, she got in touch with me and she's like, I think I'm gonna try to work it out with my ex-boyfriend. And I was like, okay, that's too bad.
Dude, fucking aliens are coming, dude. I'm waiting on this shit.
I love it. Like meteorites and aliens and lights are flicking. I don't think you got much time, right, Blake? You about out of time?
Yeah, I gotta get ready to head out.
Okay.
So we called it this.
We're gonna do more of these. So for everybody that got to watch this, I think we all agree we're gonna do more of the video. We're actually going to enhance the user experience, as Blake likes to call it, and kind of fancy this shit up a little bit.
Like right here.
Yeah, a little frame, some names. You'll know what's going on. It will just be 3 dudes in a fucking random rooms talking about like dildos and aliens. What's weird?
Yeah, it's a weird conversation.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to put this episode out because it's been so fucking weird. Like, if you don't enjoy this episode, then you probably don't like anything we're ever going to talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
it's
true.
probably good right now. Everything's so fucking serious. Like, it's fun to just talk about dumb shit.
It's been good, but so hopefully maybe we'll probably do like a Buzzsprout kind of video or audio episode only coming up, but expect more of this. I think more video, because these are fun, man. These are good to get into, and kind of everybody gets a chance to see what's going on and see these mugs. I mean, that's the main reason we do this, I think. And that damn fish tank in the back. So just so everybody knows, this fish tank in the back of Blake's picture, in the very back, it's lighting up, has 1 shrimp in it. One
It's got
1 shrimp.
It's got a lot.
Can you imagine the life that shrimp has? How pissed off is just you can rolling around on the bottom of the fucking ocean or that little tank. Like,
it's full of.
This is not my habitat.
Right, just angry. His lights are switching. He's like at a disco.
Dude, you ever
like, oh yeah, plastic fucking plant over here, yeah.
They run around the tank sometimes. Like he'll run and then run across the top of the water, like upside down. He's just like, dude.
He's trying to drown himself because he's fucking lonely.
Kill me,
I'm about to put him in the big tank here, but I just
I've
haven't.
got a broken green dildo you can put in that tank with him and see what he thinks about it.
Yeah. No,
He's just like, hey.
The small tank is full of a plant called a Nubius plant, and just full of shit, and then 1 shrimp.
And 1 shrimp just living it up.
Let's give him a bigger,
maybe
a bigger tank to show his loneliness.
He used to have a beta in there with him, but it died. So.
Or did he kill it?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that shrimp's a little more badass than you think. And he's
Could
like,
be. He's
I know we're keeping you. This will be up on YouTube, correct?
Yep. And then we can share it from there. And
are we gonna strip audio?
Are we on Facebook Live right now?
No, I'm just recording.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, we could link it to Facebook if you want to piss off all the people we've talked about.
We'll just YouTube's fine.
I'm sure they're gonna
YouTube's
enjoy
fine.
it.
Let them find it on
we'll
their
just,
own. It's much better. It's like finding a dildo in your closet. Like you don't
we could just
stumble onto it.
You just gotta let it marinate.
We can post on Facebook that we made a video podcast, and you know where to look for it and see how many people find it.
This guy.
So are we going to? Are we stripping this audio, or are we just gonna put this on YouTube only? We're not gonna add the audio into anything, correct?
We can do it either way. I can send the video file to Matt.
All right. Well, you guys know where to find it. It'll be on YouTube for sure. Episode 9, me and Matt just done a few days ago, is up on everywhere. Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Buzzsprout, all those other podcasting sites. Spotify. We are on Spotify, which is a big deal with Rogan signing that $100 million deal, which I think
they got money.
Yeah, man, but he had money
Eventually,
before. Now he don't call his own shots no more.
I was saying like maybe we could eventually make
Oh yeah,
maybe
I
like
hope
that
so.
money, not that
Right,
money,
you know,
but just
this
maybe
a
that
little bit,
money.
right?
Yeah, just a little pinch of
But
that. Just a little pinch.
so I talk about this all the time. I don't know where that button will be, here, there, one of these ways. When you see us on YouTube, make sure to subscribe.
Yeah.
Like the video, subscribe to the video. One of these places, there will be a button that says subscribe. Hit it. I don't care if you watch it all the time. I want you to. We want you to. What's funny about Blake right now is you can't see his hands, so I don't know what the fuck you were doing.
Oh, it's like it's like
Right
jerking Matt
down.
off.
Yeah, I didn't know what was happening. But hey, man, I appreciate you guys coming on. Everybody taking the time out to come on. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Wasn't nothing serious this time, so that was fun.
Yeah.
We all found out Matt's kind of a dickhead, but we like him probably for that
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's we already knew that. I feel like, but now the world knows it. So,
Right,
all right.
yeah.
Next
other than
weekend
that,
we'll do a full episode. I'm gonna have this kind of
Yeah.
set up different, so we'll do like a full one. And
All right.
because now we know that this works. Like this is set up. It
Yeah.
works. It's good. We'll do a full like real thing next weekend.
Sounds good to me,
Other
man.
than that, like us, subscribe, share a post, check us out. We're still MitchandMatt.com. Hopefully some merch coming up soon with these faces on them. These faces, all these faces, these. So we're gonna put everybody's face, like the Three Stooges, like right here. But
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what you were doing, but all right. Anyway,
On my
that's all
screen,
for me.
Blake's over here,
Good.
but I don't know how it is in the tiles, so it
Yeah,
probably
you
just
know,
looks
we'll
like I'm
figure it out.
grabbing nothing. So
That's why we got this guy. He can edit that and make it look better what it is.
Creepy
So.
molester face.
Just looking at everybody.
You ever watch that John LaJoie
he's
stuff
fine, just don't take candy.
where he's
Yeah.
like the pedo glasses?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, just you got to start here and you push them all the way up.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope you guys got at least some laughs out of it. And we'll be back, all three of us, next weekend.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
me and Matt for sure this week. Blake, of course, if he can come on, we'll do an audio that'll be posted up. But definitely me and Matt will catch up. Other than that, guys, thanks for your time. We appreciate you guys watching. And that's it.
Yep. All right.
See ya.
Thanks a lot, guys.
See you guys.